Lucia, it is so great to talk to you. When I think back on our sessions, the big thing for me is energy. I just love the energy that you bring, that we have in the conversation. Um, just for the benefit of people listening and watching, can you just, where were you in the journey when we first came together, and what was it that you really wanted to work
The best word that I can use to describe it is I was frantic. I think
on?
that's how I would describe it. I wasn't outwardly frantic. I was definitely inwardly frantic. And I think I remember telling you it felt like a therapy session by the time we finished. Because because it got rid of all of that, that stressing and that high energy and that kind of intensity.
Yes, that first conversation was really powerful. Even before we'd started, like, chosen to work
Yeah.
together, that was a deep conversation. What made you think coaching would be the thing?
I just thought I needed help, Dan. Honestly, I was taking on this huge new responsibility and I felt like it was outside of the realms of my capabilities at that time.
Right.
In a way, I was thinking, how could they give me this big responsibility? And went for it. But I needed help and I just thought coaching would be the thing that helped me.
Yeah.
Um, and I wasn't wrong.
Ah. Where are you now?
I am now settled. I am now in a place where I feel comfortable. I am looking forward to the future. I've made so many changes. I've implemented so many things, and I'm just in a good place.
Amazing. Um, when you think about some of that resistance that you initially feel, and then you think, hey, this is where I've gotten to, what would be some input for people who are maybe thinking about coaching but have got that sense of not quite sure and there's some internal resistance? What would you suggest for them?
Do something different. Just do it.
Mm,
Just do it. It's the thing that's gonna flip it for you. So just do it.
mm.
Challenge yourself. You can coach yourself into doing it. And tell yourself you must do it. Just do it. I highly recommend it.
Yeah,
Like 1,000%.
that's very kind of you. What was your experience of us working together? Because like I said, I really liked our energy. What was your experience?
Yeah, it was the same. So I just kind of I think one of the things that I was worried about was getting into what I feel like is a relationship of kind of trying to sort this thing out and not connecting. Connection is very important for me.
Mm,
And I think as soon as I spoke to you on that first day, the thing that got to me straight away, Dan, was your honesty. You were like honest. And I thought, oh, I like him. I like people being honest with me because I can
mm.
be quite honest with myself, and I like that in my friends, family, and people around me. So we hit it off kind of straight away, straight away.
Yeah, and I think I credit you with a lot of that as well, because in that first conversation, I felt that it sounded like the word brutal wanted to be into the word
Yeah,
honesty.
I
That,
exactly.
that sense of sort of real cut through, and I felt like we've
Yes.
always we've always had that. That when you think of my style of coaching, then what if someone else is thinking of working with me? What would you say? What kind of person, and also what kind of challenge am I? Is my coaching best suited to?
I think what I like the best about you is that you're human, right? You've got the human element down packed. You're a person, you're relating to another person, and you're helping them come along. It's like, if you're falling into a ditch and someone reaches a hand out and say, grab my hand, and you can trust them to say, this is the person who's going to help me.
Mm,
That's what I think of your style. There's a lot of care there. There's a lot of, relatability. We can relate to each other, but you've kept me on track because I tended to kind of go off a bit. You've kept me on track with regards to what are we trying to achieve here? Let's
mm,
come back. Let's come back to the thing that we want to get to, and
yeah.
let's address it like now.
Yes.
So yeah, it's invaluable.
I really acknowledge you for everything you've achieved. You had so many things, or you have so many things going on. You're doing such a big role, putting everything together. I love the way you've kind of marshaled things. And like you said, our job was together to sort of keep us back on the track. Like, this is the path, this is where we're going. Really acknowledge you for everything you've achieved. And thank you so much for spending just a little bit of time to share your experience.
Thank you. Thank you. It's the thanks is all Mine. Thank you. I appreciate the time. Thank you. Thank you.